Hey everybody, welcome back. Today we're taking a look at the Patriot Pure Ultimate Water Filter System from 4 Patriots and 4 Patriots Health Alliance. So let's face it, experts agree the number one item to secure in a grid down, power outage, or other significant emergency is going to be water. Water that you can drink. It's even more important than food. Humans can survive up to 3 or 4 days maximum without water. And you really can survive about 3 weeks without food, even though that sounds horrible. So what we're going to do with this is I'm going to do a quick test of it, and I'm going to run some water through it. That'll be done later in the video. But first, I want to show you how to put it together, because a lot of folks said when they got this filter there were no instructions. Now, mine did come with instructions, but the process to put it together has changed a little bit, and there's some parts that might confuse somebody if you've never put together a water filter first. So, let's get started. We'll start off with that spigot on the bottom, and I'll show you how that works. Alright, so you're looking down inside the base of the filter. This will hold about a little over 2 gallons. You'll notice that there is a white washer, what looks like a washer there, and a nut, and the end of the spigot sticking out. What you're going to do with that is you're going to install what looks like a little bit of an H washer in there. It's kind of a weird looking washer. It's this piece here. I have an extra one to show you, because what you're going to do is squeeze this down and feed it through there, and that will give you protection on both sides from any leakage. This works very, very well. So you have to stuff this through, and it's very simple to do. I know it seems complicated, or it seems difficult. You're literally just going to push it through all the way like that. You know, you're going to squeeze it and push it through, and then you'll have that other side on the outside. After that, all you got to do is put your spigot right through that hole and tighten down that washer on the bottom. Let me get in there without blocking it with my hand. That washer on the bottom there. Okay? You see that on the bottom there. And that's it. Now you just want this hand tight. You don't want to go nuts. What I did was I hand tightened once, and then I moved this around once to fully pull it down and seat it. It is very well seated. I had no leakage out from underneath any side there or inside. I know on the inside it looks kind of weird, doesn't it? Looks like it's not fully seated, but you won't get anything out of this. So a good hand tight, and then a once around, and that should do it just fine. Very simple to use. You just turn it open, and you will know that this is wet. You will notice it's wet because I've already put some water through it and washed it off because I got fingerprints all over it. So for the video, I gave it a good washing. Now you have a base here, a rubber base. You're simply just going to plop that base right on there, push down, and that's it. So that will allow you to sit it on your counter. If you want to sit it on your countertop above where your kitchen sink is, and you can run water when you need it. You don't have to do it that way. You can always buy something on the bottom. Me personally, I'll probably just use a plastic tin upside down, a plastic pot upside down, and just hold it on my counter like that. So let's get into assembling the lid. All right, the lid is extremely simple. All you're going to do is take that screw you see there, put it through the center, hold it with your finger, screw this down hand tight, and give it like one turn with a screwdriver. I have another lid here to show you. That's what it'll come like. Very, very easy to do. You're just going to push it through, hold it, screw it down, and then I gave it one turn with a screwdriver just to be safe. I mean, you know, we're not in mission critical parts there. You're just going to be picking it up. So that part's easy. Let's talk about the bottom and the filter. All right, so you'll notice the bottom has 4 holes. You're going to get 4 stoppers. Now, I tried both ways, okay? I tried putting them up this way, thinking the water pressure would push it down harder. It didn't work as well as putting them in this way. So my suggestion is stick them in this way. Give them a good shove down, you know, when you get them in there. And I had 0 leakage this way. Putting them in this way, I had a few drops here and there. And of course, you don't want that if you're going to be having any kind of water with any kind of questionable content in it. So put them in that way, push them down. You're good to go. When you're putting them in this way, I suspect it's because you have to reach down. You don't get as much pressure. These things aren't going anywhere. I've already done 2 full loads of water in this and have not had a drop of water come out of any of those. Now you'll notice here the filter. This is the filter end here. What you're going to do with this filter, it's a large ceramic filter. We're going to give you a look at it now. Now the 4 holes are so you can absorb up to 4 filters if you want. You can install 4 of them, I mean. So you can do that if you want. I may go for another one and put it over here. 1 is more than adequate. The only thing you're going to get with more filters is a faster filter time. You're not going to get more pure water. It's just going to be quicker. So I may do 1 more over here just for my own personal use, but I would feel perfectly confident using it with 1 filter. Now, there is one more thing I want to show you before we flip this over. You'll notice you get a tube for this. If you're relatively certain that the water you're filtering is going to be okay. You still want it filtered, but maybe not as much as without it. What you'll do is you'll take this tube, and you'll put it in your filter here, and you'll just push that in all the way. And what it does is it creates a little bit of a suction effect through the bottom, and it will draw the water through quicker. Right now, you're relying on that water filter being soaked, and as it's soaked, it will drip through. This will just make it a little bit faster. If you're very sure that the water, like if you're filtering your tap water, I would use this. But for today's project, we're not going to use it. We're just going to let it do it straight. Okay, here's your filter. That big white thing right there, okay? Now you're going to put that in, you're going to hold that in fairly straight. You don't want to, you don't want to have it wobbling all over the place. And simply tighten the wing nut over it. There is no washer on this side. The filter has a washer on the other side. That is something maybe I'd like to see them add an extra washer there, but I didn't have any leakage from around here, so really wasn't a problem. And that's pretty much it. Once you're done with that, you're ready to use this filter. So we're going to put it on here, and I'm going to put about a gallon of water through here. We're going to run it through. Let me get it over here. And I'll back you up so you can actually see me when I do it. And we're going to try it out. Now, I'm not going to put tons of dirty water in this. I'm not going to put a ton of stuff in here. What I am going to do is put just a little bit of my clay soil in there. Even the slightest drop of clay in the water will give it a gritty taste, a clay taste. I want to see, this is my test out here in the desert, see how well this can do it, and see if we can get rid of that clay taste. So let me back up the camera a little bit so you can see me pour it in there, and we'll give it a try. All right, so I got my 1 gallon of water in here. I did throw some clay soil in there. I'm just going to pour it in and make sure I don't spill it all over the place. And through the magic of editing, I'm going to shut the camera off and bring you back once that is completely filtered through the unit. I'm going to see how well it does. Now I want to show you how this filters before we let it go all the way through. I just poured the water in and restarted the camera. You're going to see there's just a drop. See the drop? That's it. You see no leakage from the other plugs. Just that little drop there. So it's going to take a little bit. And like I said, the more filters you add, the faster it will go. All right. Bring it back when that gallon is done. All right, it's been about an hour and a half. It does take a while when the filter is new. As the filter gets older, it will filter a lot quicker. And also, if you add more filters, it will filter a lot quicker. And you can buy the filters from the Patriot site. All right. So let me give you a look at the water, and then I'm going to taste it and see. Our water does have a very distinct taste here, by the way. It's not a bad taste. It's just a taste of desert water. Let's see if it removes that as well as the clay soil. Now, if you look through there, that's perfectly clear. Now, it wasn't too bad when I put it in there. I didn't want to really put a ton of dirt through here and silt, but it did do a good job filtering out the little bit of sediment that was in it. And yes, I was thirsty. That not only removed the taste of the water, that we have in our natural water. This water has absolutely no taste at all now, which is what real water should taste like. But it also removed the little bit of clay soil that was in there too. I even tasted the water before to make sure I had the taste of clay soil in it. And sure enough, you can even see a little bit of the soil rolling around in there, the dirty water. Sure enough, that removed not only the taste of the soil, the clay, but it also removed the taste of the water in general that comes from our treatment plant. This tastes completely and totally pure. Absolutely nothing in it. So, I'm really impressed with it so far. I will say this. I have an Aqua Rain filter, okay? When I bought the Aqua Rain filter, it required several run-throughs, okay? This one just requires one. What you're going to do when you put this together is you're going to fill it up on top here, all the way full. You're going to let it run through. You're going to throw that water out, fill it up again, let it run through again, and then you're ready to go, okay? Your filter has been sufficiently soaked, and your water inside is ready to go. So if there's any sediment in the filter or anything left from production, it'll be flushed out. There is no need to sterilize the filter as it comes with silver inside of it, so it will be constantly re-sterilized the more you use it. So let me back up, give you some final information, and give you a link on where you can pick it up, and we'll do a little more. So let me give you a little bit of information on this. The filter, each filter will do 5,000 gallons. Now that doesn't mean that one's going to be at 4,999, the other one's still going to be good. After 5,000 gallons, you want to take the old filters out and put in new ones. So it does pay to pick up extra filters. Second, this is going to hold about 2.5 gallons of storage in the lower chamber. There will be some water left over as you can tell, your spigot is up here, and there's a whole lot of room down here. So there will be a little water left over at the bottom. I would say maybe every 4 or 5 loads of water, you can dump that stuff out. I wouldn't really worry about it. You're still going to get a good amount of water out of that. And as you can tell, that water is absolutely crystal clear. So really impressed with the filtration. This system will get out more contaminants than other competitor filters. It's supposed to filter out 99.9 bacteria, virus, toxic chemicals, heavy metals, pharmaceuticals, and much more through there. So it's going to remove 99.9% of dangerous contaminants. You get a stainless steel reservoir, a filter, and the bottom, there's no electricity required. That is the cool part about this filter. There are other filters that have pumps and stuff like that. Don't waste your time with that. Get a gravity filter. Whatever you get, whether you buy this one or anything, get a gravity filter. Even Berkey's, you know, they have that drip gravity system. Now, this one here, okay, we ran it through twice. I had no taste of anything from the filter. My Aqua Rain filters had a taste for about a month after, honestly, and it was just that kind of, it was almost like the clay soil from my outside here. They do not have that anymore, and those you can take out and wash. But just a quick, you know, if you want to get this going up and quick and fast, this is the way to do it. Now, if you do prep this, okay, because I do recommend people test their gear before using it. Take this out, okay, take the top off, leave it in a dry environment, and let it dry out for a few days before you put it away. That filter is going to be very heavy. It's going to have water in it. Remember, it's a ceramic filter. It absorbs the water. You want that to fully dry out before you use it again. So if you are going to test this out, before you stick it away and stick that wet filter away in something and ruin a bunch of stuff because it's wet, you want to let it dry out. So these are made in the USA. They are independent, third-party tested. If you go to the website that I'm going to give you below, they will show you the PDF document from the lab that tested these. So there is a ton of stuff these things get out. All sorts of chemicals, heavy metals, anything in your water. This is the way to go with a real heavy-duty filter for your home. And you have a 100% money-back satisfaction guarantee. So if you buy it and you think, I don't like it, you can always return it, no problem. So that is the Patriot Pure Ultra 1, 2. So that is the Patriot Pure Ultimate Water Filtration System. They are $197. Now that's not bad considering some Berkey and other filters are a lot more expensive. And it comes with a filter. So you're going to have your filter, you're going to have all your stuff together ready to go the minute you get it, no problems, and you will get some of the purest water. I have to say, that filter has outperformed my Aqua Rain that's been on my counter for years now. And I've gone through a set of filters in my Aqua Rain. I've probably had it there about 10 years. And I just keep it up there, we run water through it and do whatever. So you can tell this is definitely going to be replacing it. So that is my review of the Patriot Pure Ultimate Water Filtration System. I hope you guys liked the video. You can check it out on their website. Again, I'm not making anything off this. This is just stuff I'm getting from 4 Patriots and 4 Patriots Health Alliance to test out, okay? This is just my own personal opinion. I prefer this over the water filter that I currently have. And if you search my videos, if you go to my video page or my profile and you search for Aqua Rain filter, you'll see my old one. I did that review, God, I want to say 2016 or 17. It was a while ago. So you will see the old one. It was with an old camera years ago, so don't expect high quality. But you will see the old one. You will see how this one, I feel, is far better. Another nice thing about this is this fits inside. The other one, the other filters, some of them just rely on it sitting over the top with a little bit of lip over the edge. This fits inside. That's not going anywhere. If I push that around, you can see it's in there fairly deep. My other one, if I did that, it would fall right off, especially when it's full of water. This one is a little bit more secure. So if you have kids, dogs, whatever, pets, this is probably a better option than one that just sits on the top of it. Anyway, folks, I thank you for watching. Don't forget to check out all our links down below, as well as the link to check this out. If you have any questions, the lab tests are right on their website. It says on the bottom there, if you're interested in the test, click here. And you can click there, and it'll open up a PDF document to the site that did the test for it. And I'm really impressed with it. I like it. So don't forget to check out all our links down below. We have our Amazon affiliate store, our freeze-dried wholesalers link. You will click that link and you will save 15%. The 15% you will save is in your cart at the end because you're using my link, okay? So don't freak out if you go to the site and everything's the same price. Somebody did bring that up recently. I'm like, no. When you check out, it's going to show you, you're going to save 15% off all of his food if something is not in stock. And he still allows you to add it to your cart. Maybe it'll take 3 or 4 days before he ships it, but he still will get it to you. That is what he's doing now with his new routine where he's making sure that you get all the food you want. You can order it and you'll get some of the food, okay? And maybe 2 days later you'll get the rest of it. So he wants to make sure everybody gets it and nobody's left out and nobody's frustrated. So if something's out of stock, try and add it to your cart, see if it's back ordered. He is going to be running stuff through on a regular basis now. The more popular products he'll be running through at a higher volume, as well as some of the independent stuff that you guys order, and it takes about 2 or 3 days to get it done from his freezer. The stuff is in stock. He has a ton of stuff. It's just a matter of getting it into the freeze dryers and getting it ready for you. Our My Patriot supply link down below, which is preparewithiridium.com, preparewithiridium.com. We have some awesome deals on food storage items there. And our Thrive Life freeze-dried food store as well. There's nothing to join. If you want to check out Thrive Life, go ahead and order. You don't need to join anything. You don't need to become a consultant or a delivery customer. And if you like it, you always can. Anyway, folks, I thank you for watching. Stay safe and stay prepared.